Today, Front Page Updates welcomes you with greetings and presents a discussion on the topic of China says chatbots must toe the party line. The Communist Party outlined draft rules that would set guardrails on the rapidly growing industry of services like chat. 5 months after chat set off an investment frenzy over artificial intelligence, Beijing is moving to rein in China's chatbots, a show of the government's resolve to keep tight regulatory control over technology that could define an era. The Cyberspace Administration of China unveiled draft rules this month. According to the regulations, companies must heed the Chinese Communist Party's strict censorship rules just as websites and apps have to avoid publishing material that besmirches China's leaders or rehashes forbidden history. The content of AI systems will need to reflect socialist core values and avoid information that undermines state power or national unity. Companies will also have to make sure their chatbots create words and pictures that are truthful and respect intellectual property, and will be required to register their algorithms, the software brains behind chatbots, with regulators. The rules are not final, and regulators may continue to modify them, but experts said engineers building artificial intelligence services in China were already figuring out how to incorporate the edicts into their products. Around the world, governments have been wowed by the power of chatbots, with the age-generated results ranging from alarming to benign. Artificial intelligence has been used to ace college exams and create a fake photo of Pope Francis in a puffy coat. Chat, developed by the US company OpenAI, which is backed by some $13 billion from Microsoft, has spurred Silicon Valley to apply the underlying technology to new areas like video games and advertising. The venture capital firm Sequoia Capital estimates that AI businesses could eventually produce trillions of dollars in economic value. In China, investors and entrepreneurs are racing to catch up. Shares of Chinese artificial intelligence firms have soared. Splashy announcements have been made by some of China's biggest tech companies, including most recently the e-commerce giant Alibaba, SenseTime, which makes facial recognition software, and the search engine Baidu. At least 2 startups developing Chinese alternatives to OpenAI's technology have raised millions of dollars. Chat is unavailable in China, but faced with a growing number of homegrown alternatives, China has swiftly unveiled its red lines for artificial intelligence ahead of other countries that are still considering how to regulate chatbots. The rules showcase China's move fast and break things approach to regulation, said Kendra Schiefer, head of tech policy at Trivium China, a Beijing-based consulting firm. Because you don't have a two-party system where both sides argue, they can just say, okay, we know we need to do this and we'll revise it later, she added. Chatbots are trained on large swaths of the internet, and developers are grappling with the inaccuracies and surprises of what they sometimes spit out on their face. China's rules require a level of technical control over chatbots that Chinese tech companies have not achieved. Even companies like Microsoft are still fine-tuning their chatbots to weed out harmful responses. China has a much higher bar, which is why some chatbots have already been shut down and others are available only to a limited number of users. Experts are divided on how difficult it will be to train AI systems to be consistently factual. Some doubt that companies can account for the gamut of Chinese censorship rules, which are often sweeping or ever-changing and even require censorship of specific words and dates like June 4, 1989, the day of the Tiananmen Square massacre. Others believe that over time, with enough work, the machines can be aligned with truth and specific value systems, even political ones. Analysts expect the rules to undergo changes after consultation with China's tech companies. Regulators could soften their enforcement so the rules don't wholly undermine development of the technology. China has a long history of censoring the internet. Throughout the 2000s, the country has constructed the world's most powerful information dragnet over the web. It scared away non-compliant Western companies like Google and Facebook. It hired millions of workers to monitor internet activity. All the while, China's tech companies, which had to comply with the rules, flourished, defying Western critics who predicted that political control would undercut growth and innovation. As technologies such as facial recognition and mobile phones arose, companies helped the state harness them to create a surveillance state. Thanks for listening, and subscribe for more latest updates.